he was dating some other girl at the bar, and it was just really hard on her. So for Valentine's Day, she was working with him. I dressed up as a flowery delivery man, and I got a huge bouquet of flowers, and I had a name tag and everything. And I walked in, I said, I have a delivery. And then I walked in the middle of the bar in front of her, made sure the guy saw. I was like, hi, this is from, I can't remember. There was a note too. I can't remember if I wrote like an anonymous note or like if I wrote from a man. And I was like, yes, it's delivered for you from yada yada, based from like Arkansas Flower Services or something, whatever. And she was like, oh my God, thank you. And we did like right in front of his face. And she was like, not this again. He's always doing this.
Screaming.
Can you feel the love tonight? Well, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's when's Valentine's Day? Saturday?
Tomorrow would be Valentine's Day. It's
Friday.
Yes, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
We're speaking in future.
Tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Yes. So today is Galentine's Day. For the gals.
For the gals and your pals.
Actually, no. Just for the gals. We don't need any men involved.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Y'all are out.
You're out. Hashtag women empowerment.
That's right. Let the women have a day.
Hashtag ally.
Let the women have a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, welcome back, everyone, to Hillbillies in the City. We're back. We're better than ever.
Yes.
And we're here to just chit-chat away today.
Yes.
We've got some fun stories. We thought we would just read some crazy like Reddit stories about Valentine's Day.
I've always I'm obsessed with watching Smosh and their
Smash.
And their Am I That Asshole? I just love Anthony and
with like those two guys,
Anthony and Ian,
and they would make
lunchtime with Smosh.
Yeah.
Anybody? I said that would make me so hungry. So I'd be like, Mom, I want to go wherever they would eat. I'm like, I want to eat that.
I want to eat there. I want that.
I'm so glad. And mail time with Smosh. Anybody? Yes,
Anybody?
OG's right here. OG's right here.
OGs.
But I'm obsessed with listening to their Reddit stories. And I was like, Ryan, we have to do like a Valentine's Day gone wrong horror story anonymous stuff. So we thought we'd read that today. And if we may have some personal Valentine stories.
I got one.
One or two. I might have one that comes up. Who knows?
But before anything else, you know what we got to do. The Billy Highs and Billy Lows.
I'm going to start. Okay. My Billy Low, y'all. Okay. Us jinxing the sickness.
Yeah.
The last that was a good vocal fry. Anyway, my Billy Low is that I got sick. The other day. I was down bad. So bad. I had to call out of work. I was running a fever. Sweated it all out, though. It was atrocious. So I definitely jinxed ourselves last ep when we were like, oh, we're going to be good. Not going to get sick again. This is actually insane because my Snapchat memory from exactly today last year, I was down bad in bed. I was like, I'm so ill. And I remember I had the flu then. So I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Exactly 1 year. So I'm like, I guess it's February 9th, 10th, and 11th is when I get sick.
Those cursed days.
Cursed
days.
So I will prepare next year. I will be prepared next year. Be more on top of my zinc, my D3, my B12, all that good stuff. So that's my low. I was sick the last couple days. But my high, I went to Pilates this morning, got my body moving, and I do feel a lot better this morning. So praise the Lord, praise God from whom all blessings flow. And my another high that I have is... I just blacked out. It had something to do with work. Yes. On the day that episode you're watching this, on Galentine's Day, I'm doing a fun little class at Orange Theory. It's a little singles class. So that's going to be really fun. We're all going to go out for drinks after. And then me and another coach are co-coaching it together. So that's going to be really fun and cute. So we're going to see how that turns out. Some people might hate it. Some people might love it. We have a fun little game planned within the class. So I'm excited about that. I think that's going to be very fun. A lot of people have already been like, oh my gosh, we should do this like monthly or at least maybe weekly or something. So we will see how it turns out. I will let you know next week how the singles class happened. So those are my highs and my lows. And you?
My highs and my lows. My high is I actually just came off from an interview today that went very well. And when people are like, oh, I girl boss too close to the sun. Well, that was me because I won't go, I haven't got an offer or anything yet. Maybe next week I'll be able to tell you if I got the offer or not. But I went in thinking it was a job.
Moving in.
Moving in silence. But I went in thinking it was a job, and it is that job, but it's a lot bigger.
It's beyond.
It's beyond.
Beyond the expectation.
Beyond. And so it went really well, and it might lead to some fruitfulness. So we'll see.
Fruits of the
But,
spirit.
you know, it went well, and I felt good about the interview, and I was like, oh, this is fun to do an interview. And it's going to be something like I want to do.
Yes. And something that can help the
Bond
future
Studios.
of Bond
Yeah.
Studios, perhaps. Fingers crossed
Fingers
for Ryan.
crossed.
Manifestations,
Manifestation.
prayers.
If it doesn't work, and either way, it was fun. It was a good experience.
Exactly. Connections were made.
Connections were made. Lovely people were met.
I have a good feeling about it,
Yeah.
however. A good feeling about it. Any lows?
My low.
The snow is still out?
The snow is still out here. But no, not too many lows this week. I got sick. I will say my low is I miss my beard.
What did you?
Right before last week, I was sick right before last week's episode, and so whenever I'm sick, I just have to like shave it all off. I've got it.
Sickness.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you did say that the
Yeah,
last
and
week.
I was like, I need to change my sheets. I need to wash my clothes.
Mhm.
I need to just. I won't let go of my mustache. But I was like, I can shave this off. And I don't really like to be clean shaven, so it's coming back a little bit. But
Honestly, I didn't really notice, to be
it
honest.
takes my.
Like I didn't notice like a big difference.
I did.
Well, I noticed when you don't have a mustache. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
I noticed when
Well,
you
I
don't have a
just-
mustache.
I just.
But you've been keeping it.
When I can't hide my chin,
I love your chin.
I'm gonna get a jaw implant.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're gonna look weird.
Millie Bob Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. Does she have a jaw implant?
No.
No, but her syringe
But
at the last season.
She should be serving though. I
She'd be
love her.
serving that syringe in the upper lip, honey.
You know what's crazy? And actually, we'll actually talk about the Super Bowl next.
Yes, can't wait.
But we were watching this commercial, or Bon John Jovi, right?
Wait, what's his first name?
Bon-
Jake Bon Jovi.
No, the dad, Bon John Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Wait,
Is it Bon John?
Bon John Jovi. What is the
Jovi?
dad's name?
It's Bon John Jovi, right?
I thought it was just Bon Jovi. What's the last? Hold on.
Bon John Jovi.
It's just Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi.
John Bon
Yeah.
Jovi. There we go.
What, how?
Anyway,
John Bon Jovi.
I was at this bar and I was watching with a few of my friends who were all older than me. Like, not like older, but like they're in their mid 30s. And they're all millennials. And you could tell because my buddy Ray, who's like 10 years older than me, was like, John, what's his name? John Bon Jovi? Fuck. John
Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi. I was like, Millie Bobby Brown's father-in-law. He looked at me like, what did you just say? That's how I know him. Anyway.
That's funny.
Speaking of the Super Bowl.
We will be invited next year. Shh, don't
Yeah,
tell anyone.
we're manifesting that.
This is how I know Ryan has a couple drinks in him, okay? I'll get a text message. I'll get a text message.
I just believe in us so hardcore.
And as do I. Of course I do. And I'm sorry I didn't reply. I was sick. I was sweating out a fever. But I get a text from Ryan. We're going to be invited to the Super Bowl next year. That was it. And I was like, I saw it and I was like, slay. And I fell right back to sleep into my sweat coasters. But that's how I know when Ryan's had a couple drinks in him. When I'll just get a statement text like, we're going to book this.
I start manifesting our
That's
game
right.
plan down the road.
And I love it. I'm like, oh, I know he's out and about. I know he's out and about.
Yeah.
So speaking of Super Bowl.
Speaking of Super Bowl.
Say cheese.
What?
Bad Bunny.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
Say cheese.
Bad Bunny. So good.
All of a sudden, I want to be a Puerto Rican.
I know. Latina's
Rican.
a state of mind. We have a friend who was watching the Super Bowl with one of our coworkers, and when Lady Gaga came on and started, like, she was like, yes, girl, Latina's a state of mind, honey.
Latina is an attitude.
Latina is a state of mind.
It's an attitude.
And die with a smile.
Okay, first off, let's get the controversial out the way. That was one of the greatest Super Bowl halftime shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
As someone who, listen, we are from the South, but that does not mean our morals are deeply rooted in Southern morals. There's a reason why we live in New York. There's a reason I live smack dab in the middle of Queens, New York. We do not support the other halftime show.
No.
We absolutely supported Bad Bunny.
That other halftime, whatever the fuck that was.
We did not support that.
No.
That was bad.
Bad Bunny? You know what?
Bad Bunny.
I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about this at work. He's the bigger guy, the bigger person. He didn't say nothing.
He's the true American. Hello?
And when he walked out there, guess what was the first flag out there?
God bless America.
The American flag. He could have had the Puerto Rican flag go for No, leading the pack was the American flag because that man is an American.
Yes, and he's a proud American.
Yes.
And to me, that was the most American halftime show ever. That's what we stand for. We stand for unity. We stand for diversity, for culture. That's what America is uniting.
Yep.
United States of America.
Yep.
And I thought it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. Of course, I did not know what he was saying.
I didn't know a damn word. My hips didn't need to.
Yeah, The spirit knew that.
Yeah.
The spirit knew.
I
The
loved
spirit
it.
knew.
It was so
Loved
good.
it. Loved it. And there's a reason why in America his music is top charts. That just
Yes.
already speaks for itself. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was wonderful. I loved, apparently there was a lot of kind of, not hidden, but a lot of those people he hired were like people's aunts, people's whatever, well known.
The wedding
like,
was real.
Apparently one of the tias selling like the taco truck or something was a well-known like auntie on the streets of New York. Like it was like real representation, which I thought was really, really incredible. And again, very American. Just loved it.
Also, you know who else I thought did so phenomenally good at the halftime show? Or not halftime show, but the Super Bowl? Charlie Puth.
My gosh, we got to talk about that. I was so confused at first. And then he opened his mouth and I was like, that's our musician.
My hat was off over my heart.
No.
You better, yes, America the Beautiful. Sing it, Charlie.
Yes. And it did make me feel patriotic. I'm like, you know what? This is what America's about right here. It really is. And he's a musical genius. He was
so good.
He was so good. I loved his little, his orchestra that he had. He sounded great. Obviously, pitch is perfect because he's a musical genius.
So good. Brandy Carlisle. I love Brandy Carlisle, too. She did great.
We try not to be too political because there's already other voices that are more equipped to do so. But I just wanted to throw that out there. We're based off of being, from the South. But again, there's a reason we live in New York City and our morals and values do
not align with
a lot of traditional deep-rooted stuff. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Love you guys. And if you're a hillbilly, it doesn't matter if you're from wherever you are.
Yes, you can be a hillbilly. You can be a Latino hillbilly.
Latina's a state of mind.
Yes,
just like hillbilly's a state of mind.
Period. Hillbilly's a state of mind, honey. Country strong, redneck. It's all a state of mind. Anybody can be. We welcome all.
Welcome all.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I want you to start off with your Valentine story. Ryan has a funny Valentine story.
I have my personal one, and I'll talk about that, and then we'll get into like the Reddit stories that we picked out. So this isn't too long of a story, but my friend back home, one year, she had been dating this bartender that she worked with. And
already the first bad thing.
She was working at the Applebee's Bar and Grill.
Oh.
And she was a bartender there, and this other guy that she really
Is this in Arkansas?
It's in Arkansas.
That's the last question.
And this boy that she liked, well, they dated for a little bit, and then they broke up. And, she took it hard because she's someone she's like the most loving person ever. And when she, gets on to somebody, it's hard for her to let go. But she still worked with him, and he was dating some other girl at the bar, and it was just really hard on her. So for Valentine's Day, she was working with him. I dressed up as a flowery delivery man, and I got a huge bouquet of flowers, and I had a name tag and everything. And I walked in, I said, I have a delivery for blank name. And they were like, oh. And so then I walked in the middle of the bar for them and made sure the guy saw. I was like, hi, this is from I can't remember. There was a note too. I can't remember if I wrote like an anonymous note or like if I wrote from a man. And I was like, yes, it's delivered for you from yada yada, based from like Arkansas Flower Services or something, whatever. And she was like, oh my God, thank you. And we did like right in front of his face. And she was like, not this again. He's always doing this.
Screaming. Ryan, that's actually hilarious. I bet you locked in. Did you lock in for this role?
Yeah, I was being SAG actor. Yeah. I should be getting my money.
That's the best thing ever. I did not know this.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I just remembered that.
I'm going to hire him. Flower man for hire.
Flower man for hire.
To
make your ex jealous.
Oh my God.
How funny.
Well, he already is my hire, Ryan, because I always get a lot of, who's that boy that you do that podcast with? I'm like, guys, that's my bestie. Because we've been friends for so long. A couple years ago for our work happy hour, we were Chucky and Chucky's bride. And a great picture where we kissed.
So good.
And so many people were probably like, is that your man's? And I'm like,
we won.
Of course we won.
But of course it was, I was like, Grainger was like, do this. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah. I was like, this is what we're going to be and this is what we're going to do.
Yeah. And I was like, you just do whatever.
But that just made me think of that. So Ryan is already my boyfriend for hire. So you guys can't muscle.
I know, kind of like.
So he's limited bookings.
Yeah.
Ryan, that's incredible.
How funny.
I was trying to think if I had any crazy Valentines. Now, let's see. The last couple of years for Valentine's Day, I believe I was, like last year I think I was single. The year before I may not have been. I was dating somebody from back at home. So I spent it with him. And then,
last Valentine's Day?
No. 2 or 3 Valentines ago. Because he came up here and visited me. But I'm trying to think. I don't think last Valentine's Day. No, I don't really have any crazy. And growing up, I'm trying to think like boyfriend-wise. There was someone in high school that I dated. I remember he got me this like huge teddy bear for Valentine's Day. And then when we broke up, he like made me like give it back to him. I was so pissed about that.
What the hell?
I loved it. It was like huge, big ass teddy bear. I was like, damn. I don't want to get that shit back.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I have any crazy Valentine's story. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I really wish I did. I wish I had some crazy shit. But I also don't have any really like super cute Valentine stories, I don't think. Like I don't have any.
The only one I don't really have another. This one's for like more of a Valentine's Day tradition, kind of. My grandmother, God rest her soul, every year.
She did?
Yeah. That's why I said God rest her soul.
Well, I didn't know.
She did. Every year, she would send me candy hearts. Even to like in college, you send to my college Dropbox little candy, those nasty ass chalk candy hearts.
From the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, from the Dollar Tree. It's every year. So now I kind of send it to my family. Back now that she's gone, we kind of send it to each other.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Send to the grave.
Send to the grave.
Send to the gravesite. That's so kind.
Yeah.
I think my grandma probably gave me money growing up. Now, I remember.
Shit, that's nice.
Well, okay.
Love the candy hearts. That was some cash, Grandma.
Well, I do remember my mom growing up, like, she'd give us, like, some Valentine's gifts. And then it stopped. And then I remember during my, like, 14, 15-year-old stage where I was just grumpy and just freaking crying all the time, my mom and I were not in a good state. She's my best friend now. Like, we've been best friends longer than we had a bad spell, but we were just fighting. We had to go to therapy together and shit. And I just remember being like, it was Valentine's Day and I was hoping she would like get me something and she didn't. I was like, it's Valentine's Day. You didn't get me anything. Like, I just remember having a full meltdown. And what did she come back with for me? She got me some light up gloves. I'll never forget it. And I was like, okay, I'll take these. I'll take these. She's like, I have these for you. I was like, okay. But that was like, I don't know why. It was such an emotional day. You know, as a teenager, especially a teenage girl, oh my gosh. But I was like, you know, you haven't got me Valentine's gift in years. She's like, you're 15. And I'm like, okay, but still. I have kind of a horror one. Okay, so in middle and high school, we would do candy grams. So you can, $1, you can anonymously send like a candy gram. And I would just manifest and be delusional every year. I was hoping I'd get one from this guy that I had a crush on. And I had a crush on this guy for like 8 years. And I was psychotic. I was so psycho, like just crazy. And a lot of my friends knew that. And I don't think it was my girlfriends. It may have been some guy friends that did this, but they pulled a prank on me and they sent me a bunch of them from him. Oh. But I knew it wasn't from him. In my heart, but I texted him. I was like, thanks. He was like, I didn't send you that.
That wasn't me, dog.
And like, I knew in my heart, like, it probably wasn't from him. And to this day, I don't know who did it. I think it may have been like some guy friends of mine because I was a very easy target in middle school. And that was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. But what was also very sad embarrassing was like, you could tell when all the popular kids would get them because they would come and get them delivered. They'd be like, I have candy grams for so-and-so, so-and-so. And so many kids like didn't get them.
We did that too. And like, middle school or high school.
Yeah.
It was like a rose or something. Both.
Yeah, you could also do a rose. Also, my favorite thing is seeing the dramatics of whenever there's a boyfriend, girlfriend, like on Valentine's Day.
Oh,
and it was always, you know what? I gotta give it to the Latinos. It was always the Latino couples where they'd come in with bears and balloons and the girls would always be wearing heels. So I'm like, come on. But it was always like balloons and chocolate and bears. And I'm like, damn, us white people are fucking fucked. I'm like, we fucking suck. The love is not being spread at all.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think we used to like send them to, especially like to our friends. We send them to each other.
Yeah, I definitely did send it to my friends.
I can't remember if.
But I definitely probably anonymously sent them to my crush for sure. Or anything I anonymously did. I damn put my name on that shit.
Damn my name.
I slapped my damn name and declared my love.
But you know what I miss as a kid? When you would make your Valentine's Day little shoebox.
The mailboxes.
And you'd get a shoebox, you'd wrap it in like that paper, and then you cut a little hole in it.
Yes.
And then you would go home and you would make all the Valentine's Day cards.
And you had to make one for every person in the class.
Have you heard
that apparently there's some schools that are doing no candy allowed, like sugar-free candy only? Isn't that some crunchy granola shit? Isn't that awful?
The only way I would understand that if they were like, oh, one of the kids has a peanut allergy, no Reese's.
Yeah, fine.
Bro, no sugar-free, has to be homemade. It's like that girl from TikTok where she's like, my children have never tasted a Dorito.
They asked for Pop-Tart today, so I guess.
So I made them a little Pop-Tart out of fucking prunes and
whole wheat grain.
No sugar. Girl,
and
let that boy eat a Snickers.
Because
a Snickers.
Let that boy eat a Snickers.
Let that boy eat a Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, because then you know what's going to happen? They're going to be around the corner binging it when they get it from someone else.
Yeah. That's the crack.
Yeah, they're fucking fiending. I miss the
that was so fun.
And I would always choose Hello Kitty Valentine.
Of course you would.
It was Hello Kitty. So.
You always got some, and it was so fun. You would make them.
Yeah.
So
Gosh, I
funny.
was such a hopeless romantic. I would always hope that like I'd get like something from my crush or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
God, I was pitiful.
That's not pitiful. That's just having been.
I know, but in third
That's-
grade, I'm like, I'm hoping,
No,
I'm hoping
no.
my crush will
That's
put like a
just-
heart by mine.
That's having hope and love.
It
And
is.
spreading that in the universe, and the world tries to diminish you.
Yeah,
It
you're
makes you
right.
feel bad for feeling that way. Don't feel that way. Feel your feelings.
My mom was like, "Don't be desperate."
No, you don't have to be desperate, but you can love.
Yeah, I was
Above all else, love.
Me last episode, I'm like, guys, I'm not desperate. Talking about my snow situationship in here, I'm like, yeah, I was desperate. No, not anymore. But little Grainger was. Little Grainger was so limerence.
That's.
Desperate.
Oh,
Just hoping to get a damn candygram from my man. That's all I wanted.
bitch. And my
And I got one, but it was fake.
It was fake. It was full of
Dude,
lies.
that text, I wish I had it. I was like,
That's
thank you so
horrible.
much for the
That's
candygram.
horrible. Your friends
wasn't
suck.
me.
Your friends
Awful.
suck.
Listen, I
That
was
wasn't
like I said, I was
me.
an easy bully. Now you ain't bullying me.
Now beat your ass.
Try me, honey. Try me. Try me.
That I miss little kindergarten and like with your little shoebox
And your teacher.
Yeah.
And we'd all, everybody go around and put the
that was fun.
incredible. All right, let's get into some crazy
Let's
Reddit
get into
stories,
some-
guys. I'm going to be locking into my inner smash.
Am I the asshole? Okay, I have.
Am I that asshole for ditching my wife on her wedding day and going to that's some crazy stuff that they have. All right,
I'll go first.
I'm sad.
This one's short. I served at a Japanese hibachi restaurant and once had a couple come and the dude dumps her after the meal. She then gets up and throws up a trail, probably a good 20 feet, as she runs to the bathroom. The dude gets up and leaves the girl, and I was left to clean up the mess.
Low key me, if you dump me on Valentine's Day, I'm throwing up. I'm hurling.
Why? You know what I don't get? Why, just overall, in general, why are you breaking up with someone
On Valentine's.
over dinner?
On Valentine's Day? Is it supposed to be on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it's on Valentine's Day. But here's my thing. I know people are like, why would you, if we sit down to a meal, we got our little appetizer, waiting on our main course, we're here for another good, at least 30 minutes. Hey, let me tell you something while we got, time on the clock. And while you think you're going to, also it's Valentine's Day. You think you're going to get lucky. No, I'm breaking your ass up.
You already got dressed.
And like you were excited.
She's probably got like her sexy panties on, thinking she's gonna
Like,
get some.
just take it. Be like, hey, this isn't working out. Don't take somebody out to break up with them. Is that crazy?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of my breakups in the past. I feel like it's always been
I love a Subway breakup.
and then the doors closed and you never stick with that again.
No, I'm like, hey, this isn't working out. Oh, here's my stuff.
And those doors shut. No, bye. Well, I want to know how long they were dating for. Here's the gag. If you know you're going to break up with somebody, it's like, okay, Valentine's is coming up. Do I wait before or after? I'm wondering what you do in that situation. On Valentine's Day is obviously bad, but I also feel like waiting to break up with somebody is crazy as well.
I feel like you just do it before, because if you wait,
that's awful.
Because if you wait to after Valentine's Day, you're gonna have to spend Valentine's Day with them.
And you're giving false hope if you give them a card. And
yeah. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna sleep with them?
Yeah.
Knowing you're gonna break up with them?
Because I'm thinking my last like I said, the last couple of Valentine's Day, I know I spent it with a guy I was dating, but from my last long-term relationship, it was about 3 or 4 years, that ended pretty poorly. I think one of our last Valentine's Days together, I knew we weren't going to end up together. I knew, but I still got him like a basket and everything. But that was just also just messy. That was just very messy.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing where you're just holding on with hope.
Do you like Valentine's Day?
I do.
I think I do too.
I've never hated it.
I've never like celebrated it really with like a significant other.
Yeah.
I've really seen with like some friends, but I think it's like a cute little holiday.
Yeah.
I
said, the guy I was dating in college, because we spent probably 3 or 4 together.
Yeah.
So the first 3 were pretty good at least. But I'm not going to knock it though. It's kind of like,
I think it's
knocking
fun.
Mother's Day or Father's Day. Like, why not? It's
Like
cute.
I like a holiday. I like an event things.
I'd like to know the history of Valentine's Day.
things. Well, Saint Valentine. Yeah.
Okay, let's
so
hear
basically, the history of Saint Valentine's Day is Saint Valentine was single his entire life and could never find love, and so he killed himself. And the vow of hoping that everyone else in the world would find love because of his sacrifice.
So he said, "Let me be Jesus."
Yeah, I just made that shit up.
I believed it. I believed it.
Quite literally
but I
pulled
was
it.
like, this feels familiar.
Yeah, I was like,
This feels familiar to a story I know.
let me tell you about the real Saint Valentine. Jesus Christ. That man's my Valentine every year. Jesus Christ.
I think it's cute to celebrate a day of love.
Me too.
Why not?
I think people who don't like it, I think are just haters. And
no,
they like,
but I've never wanted to be like anti-balance. Like I remember in high school, I feel like some of my friends we'd be like, let's dress all black for Valentine's.
Well, also that's kind of fun too.
That is to be an anti.
If all your friends are single, like let's have like an anti-Valentine's Day party or an anti-Valentine's Day dance.
I've got a long one. Now I did not fully read this one because I kind of wanted to be surprised though. Okay, here we go. It's from a year ago. Guy I was dating at the time asked me to be his Valentine and invited me for a date on Valentine's Day. I said yes. He said, let's get each other a gift. Nothing expensive, but I think it would be fun. I said, okay, I'm in. I showed up with a heart-shaped box of chocolates. He showed up with nothing. He laughed at me when I gave him the chocolates. And then that would have been it for me, honey. I would have been out. And then he says, thanks for dressing up for me, sarcastically. I was wearing cute jeans and a t-shirt that fit really well. I looked good. I always like to look nice. Meanwhile, he was wearing a dirty sweatsuit that he worked in, personal trainer, with visible sweat stains and had not showered. He then went on to say I bought cheap drugstore chocolates. At least I brought you a present. These gifts weren't even my idea. I felt like such a dummy giving this guy a heart-shaped box of candy, fully expecting to get something cheesy back like a rose or a teddy bear. Other people in the restaurant very clearly clocked what was going on. I got several looks of sympathy/pity from neighboring tables. I didn't even know if I liked him yet. It was our third date. The freaking presents were his idea, and I ended up looking like I was obsessed with him. Before we ordered drinks, I explained to him why what he did was bad, and that if he likes a girl, he should definitely never do that again. Generally, it's considered rude for a person to suggest a gift exchange and then not bring a gift.
Never bring a gift.
Make the other person feel like an asshole and reveals the suggester to be an asshole. I also suggested that he take a shower and wear some real clothes on his next date. You don't see anything wrong with negging for me not dressing up. While you showed up in a nasty workout gear, my outfit is casual. But we were at a casual restaurant and I'm clean and I look nice. You aren't even clean. I can smell you from across the table. Good hygiene is kind of the bare minimum requirement as far as appearance goes in dating. He couldn't even do that. Got up and told him to keep the chocolates and I left. Learned my lesson. He looked totally shocked that I was leaving and acted like I was a psychodramatic bitch. I hope he ate the chocolates and cried and got a cavity. First of all, third date, Valentine's Day.
Third date? No.
Let's schedule for the 15th.
Yes. It's just, that's so awkward when you start dating someone around Valentine's Day and then you're like...
Or like their birthday and you're like, do I get them a gift or not?
Yes.
But here's my thing. He's the one who said, let's get each other a gift.
Yeah. Was he like trying to be funny?
I don't know. That's when men are so confusing to me.
He was probably like, oh, I brought you a gift.
He's probably like, yeah, let's go get my dick, this sweaty dick. Not showing up in his workout clothes and like laughing. I would have let, you know what? I'm glad she left. I'm glad she left. But how insane is that? Third date. And him suggesting let's get each other a gift. Men
don't have, wait, can I tell you the story? So my other friend, my friend who just went on a date, I was on the phone with her and she was telling me all about this dude and he, so basically she was like, well, where do you want to go? And he was like, oh, I don't know, like you pick. And she, what was the first, I can't remember the first suggestion. Oh, I think it was like this, like, Korean barbecue chicken, this fried chicken place, like a little hole in the wall in the city where she lives. And he was like, oh, I'm kind of like on a diet right now. I wouldn't love fried chicken, but like I'll have it.
Okay, if you're dieting, don't be gone on a date.
Yeah, he was like, but like I'll have a little cheat day for you. And she's like, no, let's go. So she picks this other place that is where we're from, pretty progressive. It's got like vegan, like eggplant fries, vegan this, vegan that. But it's cute. I've been there a lot. It's really good. It's called The Root. The Root's in Little Arkansas. It's good though. It's actually really good. I like it. And all he does, so they walk in, he just makes fun of it the whole entire time. And she was like, why didn't you just pick? She was like, I was fine with you picking. He was like, well, I thought you were going to pick Texas Roadhouse. And she was like, what?
This man's on a diet?
He was like, oh, every girl I take out picks Texas Roadhouse. So I thought you would just pick Texas Roadhouse.
But he's on a diet?
Anyway, she goes to diet, worst date of history.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He basically, like, kind of the same deal. He, like, kind of, like, makes fun of her, but is like, that's dumb. Okay, so she told me the story where he and his aunt went to a restaurant and the service was bad, apparently. And my friend's a waiter. Like, why are you telling the story to a waiter? And the service was, quote unquote, bad. I don't think it was that bad. But his aunt tipped with a penny and wrote a note. It said, here's a penny because you're not worth a dime.
My mugshot would have been in the next paper.
And he told her this story and was like, wasn't that so funny?
No.
And she was like, I'm a waiter. No, that's not funny. Also, why
What a
would
horrible family. Sorry. Also, the minute a man makes fun of me, teasing's a little different. Like
Teasing's a
flirty
little
teasing
different,
is
yeah.
different, but I've learned, I guess I'm very easy to make fun of, or maybe because people are just so intimidated by my confidence in who I
Yeah.
am. But the moment a man starts to make fun of me is the moment I'm clocked out.
Yeah.
I'm checked out. I'm not,
Banter's good.
banter is different, but that making fun of, nope, that's it. That's it. Because that's when a man shows their misogyny. That's when a man shows that they don't like you, is that making fun of shit. So he doesn't like women. He doesn't care for women, and he needs to be out. He needs to be blocked.
So that was their first and last date.
Yep. Thank you. Thank God.
Okay.
And I can only imagine that physique.
Yeah. Won't go to
Sorry.
Texas Roadhouse. It's probably
On a
not because
diet.
there's vegetables on
Yeah.
the route.
I can't imagine what kind of diet this man is on. He's not on a damn diet. He's not doing a damn thing. He's not doing a damn thing.
So I have one more crazy one, and then I found a kind of sweet one. I work at a pretty high-end Mediterranean bistro. My second Valentine's there, it was probably the busiest night I've ever worked as a server. We had reservations that booked basically the entire restaurant, including the bar and patio, from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. No walk-ins were to be seated unless a reservation was canceled or someone had a reservation didn't show up. Most of the customers were pretty understanding and either waited or simply left. One dude, however, kept pushing and pushing, asking every 10 minutes how much longer until he would be seated, constantly saying how he's a regular customer and how his date was going to be there at 7. He got there at 6. We insisted.
A whole hour early?
Yeah, well, he didn't have a reservation. We insisted that once a table was available, all the customers before him were seated, he would get a table. But because the amount of reservations, we couldn't guarantee he would even get a table at all. At about 6:50, the guy loses it, fast walks up to the hostess stand where the reservation book is, grabs the reservation book, and practically runs out the front door.
I would have been in jail once again.
Now, everything is going to complete shit because the only copy of the reservations for the nights that is barely half over is gone. 2 of the owners ran outside to follow the guy and tried to get the book back, but by the time they got out there, he had already left the parking lot. Even better.
Call the SWAT team.
Wait, even better. 2 hours later, chaos is still running rampant, and the dude shows back up, saying he has a reservation for 2. 3 of the 5 owners, all brothers, escorted the dude and his date out of the parking lot and banned him from the restaurant permanently. They even took a picture of him, posted on the window saying, "Do not serve this man."
First off, showing up on a holiday like a New Year's Eve or a Christmas Eve or a Thanksgiving without a reservation, you're not getting in.
No.
You're not getting in, especially Valentine's Day. You're not getting in, pal. So regular or not, you're not getting seated. Second of all,
let me tell you this. I don't understand how people do not know that you're going to catch more flies with honey than whatever that saying is. Being a jerk to your service workers is not going to help you. I can't tell you the amount of times I have helped out a nice customer and not helped out a rude customer because they were rude.
Or prioritize the person who was nicer.
Yes.
The person who was very incompetent.
Yes.
Rude.
If you come up to me and you're nice and I'm like, "Hey, girl, don't worry about it. It's between you and me." If you're like, "But you're going to be hearing blah, 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 blah," I'm like, you know what? I'm sending your ass to collections.
And we'll never forget it either.
No.
We'll never forget it.
And people are so mean and so rude. So I don't understand why people think that being a jerk to service workers is going to help them out.
No, that's insane. And once again, I would have been in jail.
Also, how are you going to come back? You think they have the mind of a goldfish? They're not going to recognize your ass?
I have a reservation for 2. What did he do? Put it in the book himself? Like,
no, he probably knew that the book was gone. So he was like, they won't know.
That is so
Guys, it's
insane.
me.
That's like some psychotic shit right there.
That's the level of delusion I kind of want.
Okay, let's bring the energy.
Okay, hey guys, I got a reservation. Oh, didn't you just... No.
Waltzing right back in. It's like that SpongeBob episode where he tries to get in the salty spittoon with like different disguises on.
Me showing up as the flower guy. Hi guys.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one. This is insane, and once again, I'd be in jail. And thank God
my knee's popping. Oh man.
And thank God I don't carry, because this man would have been shot. Here we go. My thank God, husband spent days and days obsessing over a care package to send to our female friend. Already fucked. While she was studying overseas. Thoughtful. Then he didn't get me anything for Valentine's Day at all. And he was working at a florist. at the time. I got mad and I said I would have appreciated at least a gesture. He yelled, "I'll give you a gesture," and raised both middle digits, I'm assuming middle fingers, and stormed out. When he got to work the next day, everyone was appalled and told him how badly he had screwed up. He showed up at my office the next day with a gigantic bouquet. I was not overly impressed. He did not need any help coming up with a thoughtful gift for our overseas friend that he obviously had a crush on. This is pretty mild compared to all these other stories, but I'd never looked at him the same after that. We split up months later. Dude, the comments are like, dude, that is one of the worst stories I've heard so far. The other is like, I don't feel as if your story is mild at all. Your ex is a jerk.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. Miserably failed as a husband.
Yes.
Miserably failed.
And this goes back to if you don't like someone, don't marry them. You know.
Or, you know what? You married them.
Married them.
Let's keep that promise. Let's keep that covenant, and let's fight for that marriage.
Yes.
At some point, love is a choice. Being with relationships are a choice. It is sacrificial.
A care package? Ooh. A care package is crazy.
This is the thing. Men and women, but because I'm a woman, I'm going to speak on men. Men, they know exactly what to do. It's just truly comes to if they want to do it or not.
Yeah.
He absolutely knew he could have done it.
If he wanted to, he would.
Truly, it is so damn true. I'm so over people being like, oh, like he doesn't quite know. No. If he wanted to, he would. Yeah. And that's so clear right there. And I'm so glad it's her then husband. So glad they had split up because that right there, nah.
Well, that's kind of the same thing with like, especially with texting nowadays, because you will never meet. I'm a horrible texter.
Oh, as am I. He has to text me 8 times.
I'm a horrible texter. But you know who I do text? A person I like.
Yes. And that just goes to show, oh, we're bad.
Yeah.
No, it is because I'm thinking, oh my God, I can get back to the person that literally doesn't want anything to do with me. But me getting back to a loved one, why is that so difficult? Yeah. Okay, this guy is 16 years in hospitality. My first job as a waitress, a guy wanted to propose to his girlfriend. He came in 2 months before to book and had everything figured out. He planned to pop the question during dessert. We had champagne, balloons, and sparklers prepped for the good moment. The time comes. He drops to one knee, gives a speech about his love for her. He asks, and she says no, puts the ring in her bag, finishes her dessert, and leaves. Quite possibly the most awkward thing I've had to witness, alongside around 200 other people. The manager gave him everything for free after that. Cringed inside every time I saw him after that. Not this girl finishing the dessert, putting the ring in her bag, and saying no.
Also, that is like probably the most vulnerable a person can ever be is when they're asking you to marry them. And for someone to say no would destroy me. And then watching them eat the dessert and take the ring.
Here's my thing. I feel this is my like conclusion here. That they probably did talk about marriage. She probably did say, because listen, a guy is not going to, a smart man should not just propose conversation without knowing that we're going to get married.
Yeah. What's your opinion on if, like, when people do a public proposal, do you think she should say no, or do you think she should say yes and then privately be like no?
See, that's the thing. I think I feel as if that shouldn't even have to happen because you should know the preferences when you're speaking about what they want and whatnot.
But like, I know.
Thinking maybe
someone like proposes at Disney World or something in front of like all those hundreds of people.
I gotta be honest. I think I'd probably say yes. And then speak about it after. Yeah. Because again, I'd much rather it be behind the scenes of a conversation than totally. Because, you know, there's nothing worse. Because I've seen proposals where people have said yes, the wedding was planned, and then it was called off. That's much less dramatic than a no, especially now with cameras and phones. So I feel as if I would say yes, but then very quickly have to speak about it afterwards. Like, we got to talk about this. Yeah. Because I'd much rather have that happen behind closed doors than I would never wish that upon anybody. All right, final one, the funniest. Managing hotel room service, where there was a Valentine's package that included getting each course of the special menu delivered to your room. More than a few couples thought it was a good idea to call for the next course and then start having sex. Having to help with deliveries as reception fucked up the bookings. I had the privilege of people answering the door naked, seeing sex toys strewn around, and one where the other members of the threesome were carrying on in the background. After complaints of similar instances from my team, I had to take action. I ended up having to call the offending guests and tell them if they could not respect my team by answering the door in at least a closed dressing gown, they would come down and collect the rest of their meals from the restaurant. Bonus from the same night, had to call an ambulance for a woman with a dislocated shoulder. The guy admitted that they were trying to recreate a bukkake type scene.
A what?
Bukkake.
What's that?
It's when I think a girl lays down and the guy's like, come on with the titties. Yeah, okay, in the shower using conditioner as the cum. I'm sorry, I didn't realize how explicit this one was. He slipped in the shower and fell on her. That was a lot. I didn't know that was all gonna happen.
First off, why are you doing a service where you're seeing, like, why are you just bring it all at once? Bring it all at once.
Honestly, honey, and I'm sure that if this is not some spectacular shit, just bring it all at once.
Bring it all at once.
Bring it all at once. We don't need to.
I don't need, no.
Bring it all at once.
Bring it all at once.
But also, though, when it comes down to time for the intimacy, you do that when you know you're not having any more interactions with people. Also, open the door with some clothes on.
Some clothes. That's a stranger.
But also, I agree, though. The course meal, no. Bring it all at once, honey.
Bring it all at
and
once.
then leave that door and go.
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb. Do not disturb. That was just insane. And the shoulder breaking.
Wait, because it was a hotel or something?
Yes. I'm kind of like iffy about hotel.
One more.
All right, let's hear it.
So this one's sweet.
That's good. Let's end it on a sweet note.
It might make you cry. Older woman, probably in her upper 90s, with her teenage grandson at a semi-classy restaurant. She was dressed to the nines, and her grandson was in a nice button-up and dress slacks. As they got seated at their table, the grandson placed a framed photo of what my friend assumed was the boy's grandfather and husband of the older woman.
Sorry.
Found out...
Not bringing a framed photo to the dinner, sorry.
Found out it would have been their 70th wedding anniversary, but he passed suddenly, peaceful in the night, a few months back. The grandfather had always wanted to take her to a nice restaurant, but never had the time or money to do it. So the grandson saved up his pay from the last couple months and even got some donations from other relatives and took her to the restaurant. They ate dinner, remembering all the good times with the man. They had my friend to take a picture, and they asked my friend to take a picture, and she did, and they tipped my friend very well. By happenstance, my friend ran into the young man some weeks later to find out that grandmother passed away a few days after that night, peacefully in her sleep, holding a photo of her beloved husband. He was so happy that he could make the night special for her. Said it was the only day he saw her smile since her grandfather passed away. He got the picture that they took at the restaurant, printed in his wallet size, and carried it around with him in his wallet. How sweet.
No, I got something wrong. Hold on. Now you're telling me that, man, the whole marriage couldn't take her out to it nice, but the son was able to scrounge up.
The grandson, the
grandson was able to scrounge up in a couple of days.
So let's all be honest. Do we think this was real?
There ain't no way.
Oh, but the sweet grandma. She died happily.
Yes, but he always wanted to take her to a fancy dinner. I mean, I'm assuming they're old. 70 years. 70 years. You weren't able to do that, honey?
Well, maybe not.
He never had the time or the money.
Maybe not. Maybe he was a hustler. Written for no money. Who knows?
But the grandson was able to get a couple donations from the family. Not him whipping out the framed photo and putting it on the table. Hi, yes. Like,
oh, no.
3 glasses of wine, please.
3 glasses of wine. Can you go get Bob?
That is sweet. I don't know if that's real.
I don't think that is real.
If it is real, great. But also, I hope Granny.
But also, I hope, I hope they're happy together up in heaven.
Yeah, the Lord's like, here's the meal.
Yeah, you know what?
I got you,
the
honey.
Lord is blessing them with their own 5-star meal. They're eating with Jesus Christ, not a framed photo.
Not him whipping it out. 3 filet mignon.
Yeah, that's why it's so expensive, because you're buying for someone who's dead.
He didn't have the time or the money.
The time or the money.
Oh,
but that's so sweet.
Yes.
I love, love is love, and love is long. And they loved each other for 7 years.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay. I could draw. My uncle was, and I kept my room straight. So homophobic. Because what? Keeping the room straight and drawing? That's what you associate with gay?
Yeah. No.
I know a lot of gay people who are I know a lot of gay people who can't draw a straight line.
Nasty motherfuckers.
What do you got to say to that, Macklemore?
Well, guys, I think that's our time for the day.
Definitely.
I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day, whether you're celebrating it with your significant other, your family, your friends.
Your situationship.
Your situationship, huh? And whatever you do, just don't make them have a baby they don't want.
I was going to say, use protection. Always get tested.
Give consent.
Don't do anything too wild. Valentine's, let me tell you, let's leave it at this. Valentine's Day is not the day to explore. Okay.
And just
not the day to explore.
Tell your friends you love them. Tell your family you love them, because you can love people. And love is amazing. And people need to know that you love them, because this is love. You follow us at City Billies Pod on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. drop us a like, a follow, a comment, and let us know what you're doing for your Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Love
Or
you.
any horror stories.
Yeah, or any horror stories.
Or any great stories.
Yeah.
We love you.
Love you guys.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. So this is love.